Hello. It is great to be back. Lesson number 7. The philosophy of modern humanism. Modern humanism is a philosophy that emphasizes the value and agency of human beings, individually and collectively, and generally prefers critical thinking and evidence-based reasoning over acceptance of dogma or superstition. It is rooted in the Renaissance humanist movement, which placed a high value on individual achievement and human potential, and has evolved through various intellectual and social movements over the centuries. In contemporary times, modern humanism is characterized by a commitment to human rights and social justice, including issues such as gender and racial equality, LGBTQ+ rights, environmentalism, and access to education and healthcare. It also emphasizes the importance of scientific inquiry and evidence-based decision-making in areas such as public policy, healthcare, and education. Modern humanism is a non-religious philosophy, but it is compatible with various religious and spiritual beliefs as long as they do not conflict with the principles of humanism. It is a positive, hopeful philosophy that seeks to promote the flourishing of all human beings and the creation of a just and equitable society. The rise of modern humanism philosophy. The rise of modern humanism as a distinct philosophical movement can be traced back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when scholars and intellectuals began to challenge traditional religious and metaphysical beliefs and focus on the value and agency of human beings. One key figure in the development of modern humanism was the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, who rejected traditional religious and moral frameworks and argued that individuals must create their own values and meaning in life. Another important influence was the existentialist movement, which emphasized individual freedom and responsibility and rejected the idea of predetermined destiny or fate. The humanist movement in the United States emerged in the early 20th century, led by figures such as John Dewey and Corliss Lamont, who emphasized the importance of reason, scientific inquiry, and social progress. The American Humanist Association was founded in 1941 to promote humanist values and advocate for human rights and social justice. In the decades that followed, modern humanism continued to evolve and expand, with influences from feminist, environmentalist, and postmodernist movements. Today, modern humanism is a global movement with organizations and communities in many countries, promoting a secular, ethical, and human-centered worldview. Application of modern humanism. Modern humanism has numerous applications in various areas of life, including 1. Ethics. Humanist principles can inform ethical decision-making in areas such as healthcare, business, and public policy. Humanist ethics prioritize the well-being and autonomy of individuals, and seek to promote social justice, equality, and the common good. 2. Education. Humanism emphasizes the importance of critical thinking, rational inquiry, and evidence-based reasoning in education. Humanist educators promote a learner-centered approach that encourages students to think for themselves and develop their own values and beliefs. 3. Politics. Humanism can inform political discourse and policymaking by prioritizing human rights, social justice, and the welfare of all individuals. Humanist politicians may advocate for policies that promote equality, access to healthcare and education, and protection of the environment. 4. Psychology and counseling. Humanism has influenced the field of psychology by emphasizing the value and agency of individuals and promoting a person-centered approach to therapy. Humanist therapists prioritize empathy, authenticity, and non-judgmental listening, and seek to help individuals develop their own solutions to problems. 5. Community building. Humanist principles can inform the creation of inclusive and welcoming communities that prioritize the well-being and dignity of all individuals. Humanist organizations and communities may promote social justice, environmental sustainability, and access to education and healthcare for all. Overall, the application of modern humanism involves promoting the flourishing of all individuals and the creation of a just and equitable society. It prioritizes reason, evidence-based decision-making, and the well-being and autonomy of individuals. Advantages of modern humanism philosophy. There are several advantages to modern humanism as a philosophy. 1. Empowerment. Humanism emphasizes the agency and value of individuals, empowering them to take charge of their lives and make their own decisions. This can lead to increased self-confidence, autonomy, and personal fulfillment. 2. Critical thinking. Humanism emphasizes the importance of reason and evidence-based decision-making, encouraging individuals to think critically and evaluate information for themselves. This can lead to more informed and effective decision-making in all areas of life. 3. Social justice. Humanism promotes social justice and equality for all individuals, regardless of their race, gender, sexuality, or other characteristics. This can lead to a more just and equitable society, where all individuals have equal opportunities to succeed and live fulfilling lives. 4. Ethical values. Humanism promotes ethical values such as compassion, empathy, and respect for others, which can lead to more positive relationships and a more harmonious society. 5. Positive worldview. Humanism is a positive and hopeful philosophy that emphasizes the potential for individuals and society to improve and achieve greater fulfillment. This can lead to a more optimistic and fulfilling worldview, and a greater sense of purpose and meaning in life. Overall, the advantages of modern humanism include empowerment, critical thinking, social justice, ethical values, and a positive worldview. These principles can help individuals and society to achieve greater fulfillment, happiness, and success, while promoting a more just and equitable world for all. Limitations of modern humanism. There are also some limitations of modern humanism as a philosophy. 1. Individualism. While modern humanism emphasizes the value and agency of individuals, it can sometimes neglect the importance of collective action and social responsibility. This can lead to a lack of emphasis on social justice and the common good. 2. Subjectivity. Humanism emphasizes personal experience and individual interpretation, which can sometimes lead to subjectivity and relativism. This can make it difficult to establish objective standards of truth or morality. 3. Lack of metaphysical foundation. Modern humanism is a secular philosophy that does not rely on religious or metaphysical foundations. While this can be an advantage for many individuals, it can also leave some feeling that their lives lack a sense of ultimate meaning or purpose. 4. Overemphasis on reason. While humanism emphasizes the importance of reason and evidence-based decision-making, it can sometimes neglect the role of emotions and intuition in human experience. This can lead to an overemphasis on rationality and a neglect of emotional intelligence. 5. Lack of diversity. Modern humanism is predominantly a Western philosophy, and can sometimes neglect the experiences and perspectives of non-Western cultures and societies. Overall, while modern humanism has many advantages, it also has limitations, such as its emphasis on individualism, subjectivity, and reason, its lack of metaphysical foundation, and its limited diversity. These limitations should be taken into account when considering the applicability of humanism to various areas of life. Drawbacks of modern humanism. There are several drawbacks or criticisms of modern humanism. 1. Reductionist view of human nature. Some critics argue that modern humanism presents a reductionist view of human nature, focusing primarily on reason, individualism, and personal fulfillment. This can lead to a neglect of the complexity and diversity of human experience, including emotions, relationships, and cultural context. 2. Lack of a clear moral framework. Modern humanism prioritizes individual autonomy and subjective interpretation, which can make it difficult to establish a clear moral framework or objective standards of right and wrong. This can lead to moral relativism or a lack of accountability. 3. Criticisms of Western bias. Critics argue that modern humanism is rooted in Western culture and may not be applicable or relevant to non-Western societies or cultures. This can lead to a lack of diversity and a neglect of alternative perspectives. 4. Criticisms of individualism. While individualism is a key tenet of modern humanism, some critics argue that it can lead to a neglect of the importance of collective action and social responsibility. This can lead to a lack of emphasis on social justice and the common good. 5. Lack of emphasis on spirituality. Modern humanism is a secular philosophy that does not rely on religious or metaphysical foundations. While this can be an advantage for many individuals, it can also lead to a neglect of spiritual or transcendent aspects of human experience. Overall, while modern humanism has many advantages, it also has drawbacks or criticisms, such as a reductionist view of human nature, a lack of clear moral framework, criticisms of Western bias, criticisms of individualism, and a lack of emphasis on spirituality. Similarities between modern humanism, aestheticism, and existentialism. There are some similarities between modern humanism, aestheticism, and existentialism. 1. Emphasis on individualism. All three philosophies prioritize individual experience, autonomy, and agency, emphasizing the importance of personal fulfillment and self-expression. 2. Critique of traditional values. All three philosophies critique traditional values and norms, emphasizing the importance of questioning authority and establishing one's own values and meaning. 3. Rejection of external authority. All three philosophies reject external authority and dogma, emphasizing the importance of personal experience and subjective interpretation. 4. Emphasis on freedom. All three philosophies emphasize the importance of freedom and choice, and reject deterministic or fatalistic views of human nature. 5. Emphasis on creativity. All three philosophies value creativity and aesthetic expression, emphasizing the importance of personal expression and self-actualization. 6. Emphasis on authenticity. All three philosophies emphasize the importance of authenticity and individuality, and reject conformity or inauthenticity. Overall, while modern humanism, aestheticism, and existentialism differ in their specific beliefs and values, they share some common themes and perspectives, such as an emphasis on individualism, a critique of traditional values, a rejection of external authority, an emphasis on freedom, creativity, and authenticity. Conclusion. In conclusion, modern humanism is a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of individual autonomy, reason, and human dignity. It values personal fulfillment, social justice, and ethical responsibility, and seeks to promote human well-being and flourishing. Modern humanism has many advantages, including its emphasis on personal agency, reason, and ethical responsibility, as well as its promotion of human flourishing and social justice. However, it also has limitations and criticisms, such as its emphasis on individualism, subjectivity, and reason, its lack of metaphysical foundation, and its limited diversity. Despite these limitations, modern humanism has had a significant impact on many areas of society, including education, ethics, and social activism. It continues to be an important and influential philosophy for many individuals and communities around the world. We are glad you have spent time watching this video. If it inspired you, give us a thumbs up and comment. Watch other philosophy videos in this playlist. We will see you again in the next video.